Definitely looks like the holidays with all these holiday lights shining, and it also feels like the holidays too. We were wrapping up November with relatively mild conditions, 50s, even some 40s, which is still above average. Yesterday, 56, and then, the bottom dropped out heading into the last day of November. A high of only 29 today. Not the coldest we've ever seen during November. Today's record, in fact, 17, and some of the coldest temperatures ever on record for November. 11 for a high, minus 10 for a low. So I guess it could be colder. But still, we're about 10 degrees below average going into the end of the month. Now, even though we're still talking about a lot of cold weather, our winters in general are still warming. Over the last 50 years, we're up about 5 degrees. It just means 50 years ago, our winters in general were much colder than today. This is all due to climate change, and we can still get harsh cold, bitterly cold air, even with our winters warming, because again, it's just a general warming over the whole season. We can still get that week-to-week variability. So do what you can to make sure that you live sustainably and start to fight climate change as our winters continue to warm up. Speaking of warm up, again, this is just more week-to-week, day-to-day variability than looking at the whole climate, but we're going to be up about 20 degrees compared to today by the time we get to Friday. So we're going to continue on that roller coaster for a while, because after Friday, we're dropping 20 degrees again going into the weekend. So leading up to that point, 14 for a low tonight. The breezy winds do die down some, so the wind chill impact will be a little less going into the morning, but still you're looking at a wind chill of about 10, then jumping into the 20s with those feels-like conditions in the afternoon. That's because our high temperatures will be back above freezing, so we're warming up a little bit tomorrow afternoon under a sunny sky. Still feels like the 20s though, so have that winter gear handy. Then as we look ahead over the rest of the week, again, we're up into the low 50s for Friday. That'll be going from 10 degrees below average to 10 degrees above average, then right back down again. Saturday, only a high of 30, very similar to what we saw today. Those windy conditions also keeping those wind chills pretty bitter for Saturday. And leading up to that point, we are tracking some rain showers. You can see here going into Friday night, some light rains sweeping through ahead of the cold front. We'll have to watch out for some icy patches going into Saturday morning. So after a big climb and then a big drop, where do we settle down? 40 for Sunday, then the 30s after that, which is slightly below average, a little cool for early December. Lots of sunshine, though, coming down the pipeline. In your most accurate 10-day forecast, the weather does stay on that trend where we're right around freezing. So overall, we settle down, but settling down to wintry conditions looking long term. Now, with all of these big spikes and big drops in temperature, we're still managing to keep that 4-degree streak going. You can see that we were just off the bullseye for another day in a row. Cash total approaching $200. Hopefully with the slightly calmer weather ahead, we can keep that streak going, and it's not quite as challenging when we have those big swings of temperature.